going to talk to you about a range of hook baits I've been working on with Dynamite baits for probably the last year and a half. We took so long because for me they had to be bang on what I wanted. Now 3 of these do relate to my Heathrow Baits Services days, and it was Instagram and Facebook that was like, well, Ian, why aren't you? That first spawned a conversation with Mark Baker at Dynamite as to why we aren't doing. You know, I've been with the guys now so many years. It makes sense to add something, not necessarily my name all over it, but something from the archives, because they were such good baits, such good carp catchers, and ultimately such good sellers, which is what Dynamite thought. Bing, we'll have some of that. Now in the range, there's 4. Each type contains 4 products. I played around with rigs on these, and my favourite rig is a Ronnie with a size 4 medium curve, which is what I've come up with the buoyancy. We played around with it for ages. In my opinion now, they're perfect. The third tub in each one is a 15mm wafter. Now I haven't took the lids off yet, but I'm going to in a second explain the colours. But I was also specific. I wanted a round wafter. Most companies now do a little dumbbell wafter. I really wanted a round one which mimics size and shape of your freebies for most of us, okay? So we've got a 15mm wafter. Again, your German rigs, your little blowback rigs, it's perfect. It just sits up while the hook bait is laying on the lake bed. It's taken so long with this, I'm going to drivel on about it to get what I think is perfect in each of these tubs for the modern rigs that we use. I'm going to touch on first, and we'll go through what we've got. Indian spice. Now, for those that do remember when I had Heathrow, and there's a lot of you youngsters that won't know anything about that because I'm really old, these had to be a part of it. They are such a fantastic carp catching bait. I've chosen sort of an off orangey colour involved in this. The flavour involved, without going into too much detail, is 2 or 3 essential oils. And obviously we've put a little sprinkling of medium madras in there, which changes the colour to what we've got here, like a little pale orangey, rusty sort of colour. I mean, if this was smell-o-vision, these brings back so many memories for me, certainly with the Indian spice. Now we've got this your 15mm wafters, nice round ones, as I've mentioned earlier. Love them, and they do just sit off the hair or off your dental floss as you've melted it onto the rig. We've got the 12mm pop-ups. Again, my favourite rig, size 4 medium curve. Holds it up like a block of flats. The 15mm, I haven't got to do this with everyone, just show you them, or just show you the colours when we get to them. Again, perfect for the rigs. The modern rigs, this ain't just about rigs that I use. Most people I know use a Ronnie, let's get it right. The pièce de la résistance. Now, the attractors in these are perfectly balanced. I've caught a lot of fish on all 4 of these over without social media in them for the last year and a half, and so have my close friends. If you feel you need to boost them, we've got a little atomizer spray, but it gives you just a little puff out the top there to boost your bait. Now this, you can spray it on either your single hook bait or over the entire tub of pop-ups or wafters. It's entirely up to you. Also though, let's not forget, I would probably spray some of these on the plastic hook baits I used, zigs, little squirt on your pellets, give it a little shake around. This is so diverse. If you are using maggot, a little spray on the maggot, it changes the product in your favour, in our favour, massively, in my opinion. So this is a very, very diverse product in an atomizer bottle, okay? Stench, super stench to be precise. When I come up with this Heathrow, it's in the name. It really is a pongy one. This is the only bait that overtook my Indian spice range when I had Heathrow. Now, I've come up with a strange colour on this. I wanted it brilliant white because I hadn't done something like that. In the range again, we've got your 12s, your 15s, your 15mm wafters, and your atomizer spray. So many fish get caught on these. Again, it's a real pungent, fishy liquid that's gone into it, with other little powders into it as well. We had to be careful on the colour of the powders because I want the colour of the bait pure white, and it's got little Niger seeds in it as well, gives it a tiny little fleck of colour. This, I mean, the amount of lakes years ago that suffered absolute, took them apart on this. Is too many to describe to you. So this was always going to be part of it, the super stench. Many out there that aren't quite the same and carry the same sort of name, but trust me, these are, the originals are always going to be the best. Third in line was another favourite of mine in the very early Heathrow days. Towards the end of Heathrow, we changed things about a little bit, and this got pushed aside. Don't quite know why, but it did. Chocolate malt. This is one of, I mean, history speaks for this one. In the archives, most successful companies have done a chocolate malt, Heathrow included, and now Dynamite included. I've chosen on this one like an almost washed out yellow colour. Love this. Again, I'm just trying to be different on pastel colours rather than boom, right in your face. Now this, I mean, if you put that on the dashboard of your van stroke car and left the lid off, that acts like a pot puree. But again, it's one of the old classics from most of the companies when I was a child, so that's how long this has been out, but it catches so many fish. I've also found with this, it catches a lot of fish right throughout the calendar, but in the winter, it excels the chocolate malt. Quite why, I ain't got a clue, not gonna bother telling you why because it'd be fibs, but that in the winter will be my go-to. Well, it was last winter in the test stages, and it will be this winter coming. Chocolate malt, again, pastel colours. It's not always all about fluoros, is it? The fourth one and the final one. Now, we played around with different, it was all getting a bit too much Heathrowy, you know, so I sat with Mark, the product development manager at Dynamite specifically, and we came up with this between us. Mark insisted on some inclusions and I insisted on others. That is just something else. We've called it Sweet Spice, which sort of gives it away. I'm not going to go into what's in it specifically, but that will sort of tell you what it's based on, Sweet Spice. Out of all of them, this I've used most for the last 12 to 15 months. Quite why it has been that successful, but this has brought me bites everywhere I have been. It's unusual to get a red hook bait. We've also, unless you give it a spray, it stays quite a pale red as well, which I like. There aren't many red. Strawberry used to be red. Everyone, I've done a strawberry at Heathrow. Everyone done red baits years ago, but they're not around now, which is why I thought, you know what, we'll do a red one. Spray that all over it and it becomes pillar box red, really bright as it soaks in. This is the one I have used the most because it was the one I was unaware, I was unsure of, to be fair. The others I've used hundreds and hundreds of them over the years. This was new to me, and every time I've used it, no matter where I've used it, I've ended up getting bites. So, that's my 4 that I've worked with Mark and Phil at Dynamite Baits, up in the levels, down in the levels, making different sizes, making different buoyancies, and I'm very, very happy now that all 4 can be released for you guys. They are released now, so if you want these, and you should try at least some of them, it's not long before winter, chocky malt. They're in your local stockist now. Check them out. You ain't got to try them all. Certainly try 1 or 2 of them, and I'm pretty sure, I know, you won't be disappointed.